I know that some of you guys were worried that once I got the FJ Cruiser, the modifications would stop on the Tacoma. That is not the case. Today we are going to put on a new set of wheels and tires. I am so excited to show you guys this new look. With that, close your eyes and open them again and you will, no, close your eyes. And Shazam! Does it not look absolutely incredible with this new wheel and tire package? I mean, completely transforms the look of the Tacoma. Can you guys believe the difference that we've got here? Wow. We've got a set of 17-inch Ultra Motorsport wheels with a set of all-terrain backcountry tires, LT 265/70 R17. All of my rubbing issues will now be gone. So yeah, wow, look at that. Well, here's what the FJ Cruiser looked like just a few minutes ago, and as you can see, it's got a set of aftermarket wheels on it. They're not bad looking, but they're really not my style, and I want to put something else on that's more to my liking. And likewise, not crazy about these tires either. I'd like a more aggressive all-terrain tire or a mud terrain. With the wheels, I'm planning to stick with a 17-inch wheel. Haven't really decided on what route I'm going to go just yet. But with the tires, I definitely would like to go larger. I'm leaning anywhere between 285 all the way up to 315. Probably a little bit more toward the smaller size, 285 or 295, but really haven't made a decision yet. I've gone on a lot of websites, Google Images, Instagram, a lot of blogs, trying to kind of fill out what various wheels and tire packages would look like on the FJ, but the hard thing is that you never really know until you see it in person. With the Tacoma and the 4Runner, when I put lifts on those two vehicles, it was a little easier because they're a lot more common. When I was driving around town and I saw a wheel tire package that I liked, I'd stop, I'd check measurements, I'd take some photos, and it gave me a large selection to choose from before I made changes to either of those. Well, with the FJ Cruiser, they're quite a bit less common, and so it's a little bit harder to find those examples. And so what I wanted to do today was take the 285s from the Tacoma and put them on the FJ. Like I said, I'm kind of leaning toward a 285 or a 295, so I feel like this will really give me kind of a good starting point, not only to see how much rubbing there is with the 285s, if any, but then also just to kind of see what they look like. There's certainly a chance that I'll put the 285s on and I'll be like, that's exactly the look that I'm going for. Maybe they'll seem just a little bit small, in which case 295s would make sense, or if they just look really puny, then maybe those 305s or 315s would be the way to go. So, I mean, as you can see with the Tacoma, it looks absolutely awesome with this wheel tire package. I also love the -10 offset that we've got. Gives it a really aggressive stance. And I think that likewise, it could really do wonders for the FJ Cruiser. Now, it's not just about appearances. That's certainly the main reason that I want to go with another wheel tire package for the FJ, is I think that it would make it look a lot better, but it also does enhance the off-road capability. With the larger wheels and tires, you get a better front approach angle, rear departure angle, and then it also increases the ground clearance slightly. I think that with the Tacoma wheels and tires on here, it's gonna look pretty sweet. Well, now that you've seen what the FJ looked like before and you've seen what the Tacoma looked like before and after, now it's time to show you what the FJ looks like, and it is awesome. I absolutely love the look of these 285s, and likewise the VTX Rogue wheels look incredible on it. Absolutely transforms the look of the FJ. Still got the original wheels and tires over here on the passenger side, and it just has such a wimpy look to it in comparison. Come over to this side, we've got the 285/70 R17s. These are the Goodyear Duratrax. Really nice aggressive tread pattern. And then the VTX Rogue wheels in 17-inch all black. Looks so good. Kind of makes you wonder why Toyota didn't just put the 285s on it to begin with, but probably had something to do with fuel economy, EPA. So now the question is, 285s or larger? I'm actually kind of liking the look of the 285s. I think they fit really nice. Like I said, I am planning on lifting it between 2 to 4 inches. So it's going to change the look quite a bit. As you get taller, you know, you might need that larger tire. I think if you were leaving it this height, this would be the size to go with. But it's a hard call for sure. The other thing that I've been debating on too is wheels, and I've actually, the VTX Rogue wheels, I love the way they look on the Tacoma, so I've actually been considering going with them on the FJ as well. I feel like it's a little boring to just go with the same wheel on both vehicles, but I really like them, so why not? I don't know. We'll see. There's like 4 or 5 options I'm considering, but this one's definitely near the top of my list right now. And then the other thing that I'm debating on is color, because black is nice, but it's kind of overdone. And one thing that's kind of cool with the silver FJ is I could go with like a silver set of wheels, maybe like even more like a dark gray, a gunmetal or something that, you know, kind of blends in with the black and the silver a little bit, but isn't just tons of black. I don't know, but seeing the black on there, it looks really good too. So that's a hard call. I'd love to get your guys' input on that. Do you think the black would look better? Or do you think I should go with more of like a silver or a gray? And man, 285s or larger, that's the real question. Now, of course, the other question too is, are we going to have any rubbing with the FJ? Originally, I was kind of thinking of putting all of these wheels and tires on the FJ, pulling them from the Tacoma, but I'm not sure I can go out in public with the Tacoma looking like this. I mean, I said that they weren't terrible wheels, but seeing them on the Tacoma kind of changes my opinion a little bit. I don't know. Maybe if you had larger tires, they'd look okay. I don't think I can go out in public like that. And the other thing too, so I've got the stock FJ wheels right here too that came with it. So I'm actually thinking of putting those on for a few videos, and then obviously eventually we're going to be swapping out with something new. But rubbing, that's the other question. Do we have any rubbing? Well, looks like up here at the front we're in good shape. Obviously I've got to turn it a little bit. We'd have to take it off road and flex it a little bit to see if we've got any issues there, but I think we're all right. The bigger question is back here. When I turn the wheels to the left, chance we'll get some rubbing there. So with that, let's jump in and turn them. It doesn't give us the full picture because, again, in those off-roading situations when things are flexed a little bit, that's going to change. And then of course I'm putting a lift kit on, so it might be a moot point, but I think the 285s are going to fit without any modifications, which is good news if I decide to go larger. All right, well, I lied. 285s are definitely rubbing here in the back. See with that turned all the way. Very serious rubbing, in fact, and that's sitting on level ground. This is compressed at all. That situation's going to be even worse. Obviously, we could pull off this mud flap, but I still think that we've got our cab mount back in there that's probably not quite going to fit. So that's actually a point for the 285s, because if I go larger, I know this problem is only going to get worse. Lift kit is certainly going to reduce that quite a bit, and then we've still got the cab mount chop option if we need to. But I'm kind of disappointed with that, actually. I was really hoping that these would fit just fine there. Let's turn the wheel the other direction. All right, we got good news at the front, no rubbing up here. Again, in those situations where the suspension's flexed, it is going to get a little tighter, but I think we're probably in pretty good shape here. The real issue is, again, at the back here. You can see that mark where we kind of rubbed on here. Got this piece of plastic, so that would get us a little bit of clearance if we were to pull this off, but still, that's, you know, ½ inch or something that we'd be gaining, so definitely problematic otherwise. So I was actually tempted to leave these wheels and tires on, do the other side like I said. This gives me more reason to pull them off for now. I think that the next step is to get that lift kit on, maybe do another test and see how the 285s fit, and then we'll see, you know, whether we want to try to go bigger. But actually at the moment I'm kind of thinking 285 again, based off of what I'm seeing here. I mean, obviously it looks great with the 285s, and if we can reduce the modifications that are going to be needed to fit these, then that's better for sure. And like I said, I feel like these really look natural on here. Like, this is the tire that should have been on the FJ to begin with. So there you guys go. Love to get your guys' suggestions on wheel options in terms of product, color, tire size, you know, any input you've got, I'm all ears. So to stay up to date on my progress, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.